Let's do an MVP circuit challenge. This is Honest Dave Disc Golf. Hey guys, what's going on? Honest Dave coming at you with another one. We're out here at Kiwanis today. We're doing a little MVP circuit challenge here. We got the range, we got the watermelon tempo, we got the paradox, and we got the cipher. So we're gonna play a little 9-hole challenge. Pick and choose what holes we want to play. Let's do it. All right, guys, hole 1 here. It is 218 up the hill. Plays about 250. We're gonna throw 2 off the tee because I haven't even warmed up yet. So we have our watermelon stamp tempo overstable. I'll pump it out to the left or to the right. Let it go left. Center of the fairway, and the paradox understable. All right, let's take our range, give it a little pitch up. We'll tap her out onto hole 2. All right, we're even after 1. We're gonna skip around a little bit, play some different holes, but I definitely wanted to play this one because this is a dog leg right, shallow, out to the field, and it's also par 4. The cipher is a 7-5 -3-1, so it should pan. If I throw it hard and straight, it should pan out towards the basket. So definitely want to try it. Here we go, cipher. Little grip loggage. All right, so we marked our disc. I want to try to throw it again. I want to try to pump it flat at the big oak in the middle, or whatever it is, and let it coast around. All right, so the shot range here, not bad actually for par 4. Take our paradox. That's our tempo. Take our paradox, see what you're saying. Pump it straight, let it fade that way. Alright, so we caught some early treeage. We're gonna try, but basically probably pitching up the par. I like the range already. All right, we skipped over here to hole 4, still even. I just want to see what the range does on this shot because it is a short dog leg left, 200-foot shot. Want to see how this baby flies if I throw it straight and let it fade and finish. All right, here we go. A little bit of hyzer on it. Throw it straight though. Or grip lock it into next week. Let's try it again. All right, let's try one more time. I marked the disc. So. Little hyzers, pump it straight. Both of them were terrible shots. All right, we got it where we marked it with our stick. Gonna take our range, pitch up for par. Yeah, that's right by the pole. Tap in, hole 5. All right, guys, hole 5, and then we're gonna jump over to hole 9. But I want to take the cipher again, and basically, when they cut down the whole middle section here, they offered the forehand line, but understable fairway. So try to pump it straight. See if it'll Just make that turn all the way to the back. Here we go. I was trying to, just didn't have enough time. That was a nice flight. I like the Cypher. All right, obviously we'll take the Cypher, but I want to throw the Paradox again. Throw it flat. Watch that turn. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, that's got a nice turn to it. I like it. All right, putting with the range here. Got a long look for a birdie. So, all right, we'll tap her out, move on to hole 9. All right, guys, hole 9, we're even right now. We're gonna throw the Paradox and we're gonna throw the Tempo. We're gonna take the Tempo, I'm gonna throw it first. Overstable, basically I'm gonna try the outside the middle gap and then inside the middle gap. So, see what we got? Let's take the Tempo. I hit the middle gap. Hit the tree. All right. So Paradox understable. Try to get it right past the first available here. We playing ping pong. All right. Our Tempo is here. Let's pump it up the hill. Pump it up the hill. It'll definitely be a tester. All right, a little bit of a tester here. Save our par. That was awful. Okay. All right, hole 10. I think we're +1. Kiwanis is a great course for the understable disc, so that's why we're out here. We're gonna take the Cypher again. That way, dog leg right. I normally take the outside forehand line, but if I can get this on a slide anhyzer, see if it'll pan over to the basket. Slide anhyzer right here. It's a great shot. It's got too much. A little bit more anhyzer. Want to try the Paradox on the same thing. Maybe just a little bit more anhyzer. Yeah, and that's up there by the rocks. It's pretty good. All right, so you guys can see the lines that I'm talking about. So basket is right there. T-pad's right there. So yeah, these little dog leg rights, great for the understable right hand backhand over here. And yeah, not bad. So we're gonna find our discs, make our putts, move on to the next one. All right, little birdie putt with our Paradox. Back to even. All right, guys, we're back over here on hole 13. Dog leg right, shallow, Cypher, little anhyzer, pump it straight, get it through the gap. Okay, let's try the Paradox. All right, not bad. Hello. All right, so our Cypher's right here. It caught the tree, ricocheted this way. Not terrible. A little awkward. I think I'm gonna try forehand. Not bad. All right, little tester. Save our par on to 14. All right, guys, we're going to take our range here on hole 14. We're even. And Joe just showed me the line last time. He basically said, hey, just take a putter and put it straight. I'm going to take a putter and put it straight. I think it's a little long, but it's up there. Not bad. I think Joe's onto something. So, birdie putt here. There we go. All right, hole 17 is going to be our last hole, but got to throw this shot with the understable mid-range, the Paradox here on hole 16. It's asking for an ace. Or just skyball it right into the tree. All right, let's try that again and not fan grip it. Let's actually rip into it. If I'd actually gotten that in the air, it might have gone somewhere. All right, last hole here, hole 17, another, you guessed it, dog leg right with our understable discs. So, let's try it. We're gonna do the Paradox and the Cypher. We're gonna play the best shot. Why? Because we can. Let's try it. Straight, let it pan. Threw it that way. All right, the Paradox. Normally I do my like A4 here on a forehand. So just flat, here we go. Gotta get that thing up in the air. All right, here we go. Let's go out and around this way. I'm gonna use our overstable tempo. Basically just throw it like this. That's not bad. All right, let's finish this again. All right, I think we finished at -1. I'll go back and look at it. Try to remember to actually put it in the footage this time. But do I think that these discs have a spot in my bag? I do. Really like the range a lot. It's a nice disc. I like it in this firmer electron, especially for a more throwing putter. Never really thrown the Berg, but it does what it's supposed to do. It glides and glides and then just drops and sits. So not bad. The Cypher I'm liking. Just gotta figure it out just a little bit more. And then the Paradox, I just have to get that thing up in the air some more. But overall, I think they have a spot in my bag. I'm just gonna have to do some retooling and figure it out. But anyways, guys, I'm Honest Abe. We'll see you.